Hello beach bums, welcome back to the channel. We are out checking on fish today after our several days of freezing temperatures. We had snow. I still got snow in the back of the truck. Today is Friday, as I'm filming this, Friday afternoon, and we had our snowstorm come through on Tuesday. Most of it's kind of melted, but there is still some stuff around. They're like dredging the pass right now, so that's what you're hearing. But there is still a little bit of snow on the ground, and you can see over here, this is Little Lagoon Pass, and there's still a little bit of snow on the sand, but most of it has melted. But it's surprisingly enough, it lasted several days. But we're at very low tide right now too. It's interesting how low it is, and it's supposed to be coming in, and high tide is like this afternoon sometime. I would have thought there would be more water than this in here. I'm really surprised to see it, but we're doing a welfare check on our little fishes. I've been seeing some posts of some fish kills in our area, and I wanted to come check it out for myself. I don't know if there's still a lot of dead fish around. The water's like really clear. Looking in this pocket, there's some little bait fish swimming around right there, just tiny little guys. Seeing if there's any fish stuck in this hole here. It'd be interesting to see like a redfish or a trout in there. But this is normally water where I'm walking right here. You could probably pump some ghost shrimp. I should have brought my pump. Oh, there's a bunch of little fish, little guys. You might can see that gathering up right there. Definitely don't see this too often. This is snow. It's still pretty good shape there. You can make a pretty good snowman out of that. Snowman conditions. What I did not know, you can't make a snowman day one of snow. I didn't know that. It's too powdery. You got to give it a couple of days for it to kind of get wet, so you can pack it a little bit. That was definitely frozen over this morning. Just trying to thaw out here. Look at that. That is a thick layer of ice. So weird. We're gonna go to the beach side too and check it out. I just wanted to see if I could see anything. This water is incredibly clear. I don't know how much you can tell on the GoPro, but it is really pretty. That is gorgeous. Some folks fishing over there. Might go check that out, see if they're catching anything. Man, that's pretty. Huh. You could see fish if they were here. I don't really know. I don't know what the situation is. But this is usually all water right here, but the tide is just so low right now. Well, this is what I was hoping not to see. We've got some dead fish. That right there looks like a speckled trout. It's kind of weird though. Looks more like a weak fish to me from here. I can't get down there. Again, this is normally underwater. But very interesting. That is a snook. That is a dead snook. Which, if you know anything about our area, snook are not common in this area. And honestly, and I've seen more people catch them in the area over the last couple of years, just documenting that. But we're on the north central Gulf Coast. Snook is just not like, that's not normal. But over the last couple of years, those numbers have increased. Of course, they are not a cold water fish at all. When South Florida gets these really low temperatures, snook tend to not survive there either. So very unfortunate to see a dead snook right there. And I had no idea that they were even in this body of water. Like the areas that I've seen people catch them are like a lot of the creeks and rivers. I've never, I mean, I'm sure people have caught them in here and just, you know, don't say anything about it or whatever. Now that I've physically see one with my own eyes in this body of water, but that's crazy because the beach is just right there. Like I never thought we'd have an opportunity to catch snook on the beach, but if one's right here, I mean, they could be on the beaches. That's insane to me. But there are some other species, looks like some grunts, maybe a white trout right there. Yeah, looks like a few white trout, that speckled trout, which looks like a good one. But from up here, it just looks like a weak fish. I can't really tell, which is weird. We don't have weak fish here, not that I know of. Still a little bit of snow in the shadows here on that pier. Again, it's been since Tuesday. Today's Friday. Still got snow in some places. It's wild. Got a dead grunt right there. I can see, since it's so clear, I can see in the water. You're not gonna be able to tell in the GoPro, but there's two white spots and I can see it better. The wind just started picking up, so there's more ripple too, but there's like two white spots over here and they look like trout. Two dead trout, two nice ones right there. There's another dead grunt under the water right there. Really sad to see. Somewhat of a fish kill. Got some more dead bait fish right here. This little section. That may be a little white trout right there by the piling. Mostly pinfish and grunts, it looks like. Disheartening to see the trout and the snook dead. And this is just like, you know, obviously it's not a ton of fish, but this is just one tiny little space right here, and we're seeing, you know, several dead fish. So it's never cool to see after an event like this in our area. These fish, obviously, they're just not meant for these water temperatures. Like, they're not used to it. This is not the normal climate that they see. So they have a hard time surviving. There's a lot of snow back there. I just glanced over. Probably can't see in the GoPro, but way back there, all that shade from the buildings. It's crazy. Like 4 days after, let's say Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, the 4th day, still got snow around here. Mainly the shaded areas, the areas that aren't seeing the sun. But wanted to come check that out. I've seen a lot of posts of a lot of mullet dead, but seeing these trout and snook is a little sad to see. Okay, I've got just some dead shrimp that was frozen. These were live shrimp from a previous fishing trip, and I've got 10-pound fluoro leader. This water is so clear. Should probably change my hook. I've caught a lot of fish actually on this hook and it feels a little dull, but we're gonna send it anyway. A school of fish just came through here. Might have been mullet, kind of looked mullety, but we're just gonna throw this little piece of shrimp on bottom, just see if there's anything down there that's actually interested. Just rolling in the pass right here. I'm seeing some things on bottom. I can't tell if it's actually fish or if it's just some structure and stuff on the bottom there. First outing post snowpocalypse. Probably not a lot happening. These fish are like, what the heck is going on? There's some fish on bottom there. There might just be mullet. Can't really tell. I'm drifting through them right now. Good. Any luck out there? Yeah. I did too. I saw. Did you just see one?
Yeah, just that one by the pier.
Yeah. It's crazy, isn't it?
That sheep right out there?
I don't know. I just drifted I got a little piece of dead shrimp and I just drifted through them. They didn't hit it. What do you have any fiddlers or anything?
Just
bull minnows. Yeah, I don't know what they are. I don't know if it's mullet or but there's a school there and a school here. It's nice to see some life though, whatever that school is. Pretty sure it's probably mullet. but they're on the bottom and it's kind of ripply, so I can't get a good look at whatever they are. Could possibly be sheep's head, don't really know, can't tell, but it is some life. That's encouraging. Still a tiny bit of snow on the beach. It's the first time I've ever seen that. That is new to me. Out here on the Gulf side, Gulf of America, Gulf of Mexico, whatever we're calling it these days. We've got a little snowman built on the beach. Definitely a rare sight. Probably will never see this again in my life. A legit snowman on the beach. Pretty cool. That's a big snowball right there. So I'm walking the beach a little bit and I was just trying to look and see if there's anything to throw in, and there's no feature whatsoever. Like nothing for fish to congregate in. Water is beautiful though. It is so clear on the lagoon side and on the Gulf side. This water is so pretty. See if there's anything hanging around along this wall. Some structure, some rocks. I see no fish whatsoever. Pretty wild. Here's a stingray. Yeah. Is that a stingray? Yeah, that's a stingray. Right there. See if you'll eat that shrimp. See if you'll find it. How hungry are you? Nope. Just went right by it. Encouraging to see any amount of life here. It's deeper here than I thought it would have been. There's no pinfish, nothing down there. It's beautiful, and there's all this structure and no fish. Well, the pier is closed. I'm on the beach beside the pier. There is a rule you can only fish outside of 100 yards, which I think I'm within it, but there's nobody fishing today because the pier's closed. There's somebody walking on it though. I guess that's one of the employees. Not real sure. But there's a nice hole right here where we have seen some whiting. I'm curious if there are any whiting around today. We've had an incoming tide, so I'm hoping that water temps have gone up with that incoming tide. And water looks beautiful. But we're gonna put our little piece of shrimp out there, see if anything will pick that up. Just want to see if I can catch a fish post snowpocalypse here. I'm at another spot that I've fished several times. This is usually better when there's more water in here, which right now water is low everywhere, but it's on my way to where I'm going, so I figured I would just throw in here a few times, check it out. Yeah, we're just doing a little welfare check on all these fish. After that extreme cold. Not a bite so far today at our different locations. I do see a dead fish. One little dead fish right there. I don't know if that's a cold related fish kill. Don't see any more. Could just be a one-off random thing. First day of fishing after our enormous amount of snow. It's pretty dark in here. I don't know if that's helpful at all or not, but it is the afternoon. Figured I would go in the afternoon because of the incoming tide that we had, and hopeful that the incoming tide was pushing in some warmer water, because I don't know what water temps are right now, but they've got to be pretty low. And I hit a few different spots, as you saw, just like trying to see and what's going on, looking for life, looking for activity. Not seeing a whole lot. You know, wintertime's tough as it is any year, but this has been a very cold stretch, which our species, our habitat's just not equipped for that, and not used to it. So I don't think I've experienced, since I've lived here, a fish kill in our area. We've had, you know, different one. We did have a red tide that I recall, like in 2015, 2016, somewhere in that time frame, and a lot of fish did die off then. And we have had, and I take that back, we have had some like redfish kills on the beach from something, I don't know what all that was from, but some like big bull redfish dead on the beach. But this is the first one that I can remember from cold, like from it being wintertime and just getting so cold for so long, that we are seeing fish dying. I've seen some other people posting in areas, and I was trying to see if I could find some areas where fish were dead, but just that one little area that I found where, you know, you could tell a lot of different species suffered from that. But hopefully, you know, it's not too bad of a hit. Hopefully it continues the warming trend, and we don't get back down into several days of those below freezing temperatures in our area. It's just not good for our fishery, but you know, that's nature. That's part of it. These things happen, and they tend to recover on their own. You know, it's just kind of what happens. But anyway, hopefully we'll get back on the fishing game, and hopefully we can find some fish. Supposed to be having a kayak coming my way here soon, which will be helpful this time of year. I can get on the water since the boat is still currently out of commission. Trying to work out some deals on that to be able to get on the water with the boat, while beach fishing and everything else is pretty tough, land-based. But anyway, hope you enjoyed today's video. Kind of a downer a little bit, seeing some dead fish, but we're gonna get back on them. We're gonna get out there, we're gonna find some fish, we're gonna have a good time. There's still plenty of fish out there to catch, and hopefully we just didn't take too big of a hit. But if you did enjoy the video, please give it a big thumbs up, and as always, you stay bummy.